What's up, everybody? I recently got into electric skateboarding, and I just put together a little video right now on how to paint the new Meepo remote. I recently bought a 1.5 back in the beginning of April, and then soon after they released the version 2 Meepo along with the new remote that comes with it. I went ahead and upgraded my board with the new ESC, and I got the new remote. This little video that I put together is just how to paint the remote, change the color from the current orange and green. I changed it to black, so I hope you guys like it and I hope it's useful. Alright, so I didn't take video of the disassembly, but I basically did a quick mod on the Meepo remote. As you can see, the two pieces are taken apart. This used to be orange. Basically, the mod was just painting it black. People have complained that the colors make the remote look very toy-like. So I ended up just taking it apart. But really, the disassembly is really pretty simple. When it comes together, the remote basically looks like this. There is a sticker over here that hides, if you can see, one of the screws right there. So you take the three screws, two screws out here on the sides, and then the one screw in the middle, which is hidden under the Meepo label. So to take the Meepo label off without damaging it or the remote, all you really need is a razor blade, basically. So I just used this razor, to kind of get underneath it and pull it off without, damaging the label. That way I can put it back on once it's done. Putting it back together taking it apart is actually easy. Putting it together might be a little bit more difficult, but I did take a picture of it once I took the one shell off. So you can see that. But basically, to put everything back together, you use this piece. This is the piece where everything was laying on first. The buttons will go in first. So right about here. I'm going to take a look this way. So these are the buttons, the power button and the reverse button. So that goes right in here. So that will go right there into that spot. Just laying everything in. This small piece is for the lights, for the modes. Be careful when taking it out because it is pretty flimsy. It could break when pushing it through from the other side, so just be mindful not to be too forceful with it because it's going to fall apart. And this is going to go right in through here. Just make sure all the lights line up correctly, and that just kind of goes in there on top of it like that. Again, making sure that everything goes through correctly. And you can just use one of the screwdrivers to push it in, making sure that they all fit into place correctly. Once everything is in there, that it's not going to fall out. It does look like it curves a little bit. You gotta be there. Let's push it in. Making sure that it sits flush. That way, you got that covered up. All these things have to be removed before you paint it, otherwise you'll paint right over it, obviously. So that goes there. And then basically from there, it's just putting the little transducer here again. So I'm gonna come back and basically put that in this way. This is where the lights are and such. So we're just gonna put this back in to where it's supposed to go. Just sits flat this way. And you can see that it already turned on. I pushed it by mistake when I laid it in there. But anyway, you push that in. This is the switch, or sorry, the wheel for the acceleration. That just goes right in there, and this tucks right in here. Then there's a couple little screws just to hold the chipset in, these little tiny ones here. And those will go in place right over here, just to make sure things don't fall out. Actually, is it this one? No, you know what? Sorry. It goes into this one. That goes in there to hold the little chipset in place. The other one will go over in this spot over here. They're so tiny, they're kind of hard to get in there. There we go. So this one will go in there. Again, just make sure that everything stays in place. This goes right in there, and I'm just going to stabilize it here so you can see that it does move, you know, making sure that it stays in one spot. And then just put the other side of the remote on there. Making sure that it's nice and flush. Just like that. And then, you know, everything clicks back into place. And now we can go ahead and turn it back on by mistake. Now we can put the screws back in, making sure that everything's secure. So again, the hidden one goes in here, and the last one right in through there. Make sure that everything is nice and secure. So making sure that everything is nice and tight. Okay, good and snug. And I mean, you pretty much could use whatever paint you like. You can turn it on and you can see everything is on there. It looks a lot better than what the original orange looked like, but you can really pretty much make it whatever color you want. And then, you know, last thing, just to make it look official, you can put the Meepo label back on it. You know, make sure that you don't get it stuck on anything, because otherwise the adhesive will wear down. And that's pretty much it. I'm gonna put the lanyard back on. But it's a really pretty simple mod, you know, nice and easy. You can use whatever paint you like. I prefer the matte or flat finish, but you can use whatever color you like. Make it, you know, make it your own. All right, cool beans. So I hope the video was helpful. I plan on putting out a couple more videos on how to mod the Meepo skateboard. So my next one's going to be how to change the ESC to upgrade the 1.5 ESC to the version 2 ESC. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and hit the notification so you guys can get the next video. And thanks for watching.